Hello, everybody! It's Calxiyn here. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember that you guys should become patrons over on Patreon if you guys want to support the channel. So we are doing our analysis, and
Rooster Teeth,
boy,
you have hurt my feelings.
Have they? So we had this theory a while ago that the Nomad's the scout-looking person, Milda, is that what they called her?
I forget her name.
Yeah, Milda or whatever. Like that she was either the lost love or like some sort of, like, relation, you know what I mean? And so we did a theory on that, and I guess we're right, in a really weird way. I mean, do we know if he, like, feels like...
Romantic
love? Does he want to protect her?
Filial love?
Yeah, like, does he feel
love?
Brotherly? Like, we don't know. You don't know, I don't know. And, you know? Anyway, so that was good. I predicted that this would be the format for the episode, did I not? Don't you remember how I was like, oh, what they're gonna do is they're gonna show a bunch of stuff first, and then at the very end they're gonna show us what happened to the Nomad, and then it's gonna cut. But I thought it was gonna be about Toph, not about this. But,
Past girl.
Yeah. But
that's
I was
also
still
so sad because you don't know what happened to that girl.
Well, she may still be out there.
Maybe.
I guess it seems like magic users have some sort of prolonged
because Elray's been
life.
around for a very long time.
Yeah,
so
exactly. So maybe she's just hanging on, you know what I'm saying? Like, because if this started really 100 years ago and the last magic people went out 100 years ago, like, she should be pretty old at this point, but it seems like the age is not
Also, I'm just
same.
going to say it, her and Scout look goddamn identical. Upon occasion,
yeah,
they sound very similar as well.
Well, she has a British accent.
Yes,
Scout
but
has
when she was pretending to be, like, country folk,
yeah.
she sounded a lot like Scout.
It's sort of interesting, though, because now you have to wonder what other magic can we do, because now we know sort of the Nomad's origins. He's not even a person, he's a doll.
Boy.
He's a scarecrow.
Scarecrow.
Basically.
Did I say skeleton boy?
Oh, I got an idea.
Oh god, what is it?
So in Wicked, Fiyero is the scarecrow.
Continue.
Right? And Elphaba is the witch.
Yes,
right?
familiar.
So Milda is Elphaba, and the scarecrow is Fiyero.
Mm-hmm.
And then they love each other and disappear and run away into the desert.
So you think that's happened here?
I don't think anything's based off of Wicked in this case. Like, with Ruby, it's fine. With this, it's like, no.
You know that scene in, it reminds me of that scene in Harry Potter where Hermione had to make her, like, Frigetigus, her family.
Yeah, why did she do that?
So her family
I haven't watched Harry Potter.
Her family would be protected.
Oh.
They wouldn't,
did she ever remind them, or...?
It's assumed that, yeah, they do, but then again, like, all of, like, the stuff after...
So...
Including the prologue of the last book.
I guess his memories aren't gone, though. Like, he has his own magic, and he could undo the spell, but I guess seeing Scout kind of reminded him a little bit. You know what I mean? Because we saw the flashback, remember, of her at the door of the cottage, so obviously, like, he could undo that shit. He'll remember eventually, I bet.
Yeah, but, like, because he's still getting flashbacks, so maybe it's been so long that the magic is wearing loose.
Yeah.
And also...
Not even that, but he has his own magic. Like, I'm sure you could do a spell that would undo his nonsense.
Also, like, her and Scout look so similar that there's no way that that's just a convenience. Like, there has to be some kind of relation.
Reincarnation. I don't know.
Does she also have the magic in her?
So, we also find out that there's elves.
Yeah,
and
that
I'm like,
was weird.
Is Toph the elf? Or, like, are they the elf people?
Do we get to see the elves? Are the elves gonna save us?
I mean, I feel like Toph maybe... Because
we had talked about this earlier.
She has the pointy ears.
That this is a lot better because, like, in early Ruby, it would have been like
the exposition.
It would have been like, this week on Remnant whatever, we learn about the elven folk. And in this one, they're just like, yeah, she was running off with the fucking elves. Am I right?
I know.
So you already get the idea.
It's casual, right? It's casual exposition.
So you know they're elves. You know they're like a somewhat secret society that Elray probably isn't a fan of.
And running off with the elves makes sense in terms of what happened to Toph. Because what if the elves had magic for a long time? Because we remember they were some of the last people with magic. I think that was sort of the implication. And then they were hiding other people, and that's why there's such a disparaged population now. You know what I mean? Like, you can make those connections based off of the exposition that they give us, and I feel like that's pretty... I don't want to say clever. It's well done, I should say. It's pretty well done, I would say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there could, like, also be a secret society of, like, elves and other
Well, that's
magic users.
Because remember, the elves are having some troubles. right? Like, Toph has said that her people are having some issues, so what if that's because in the past they were hiding the magic users? Like, it all sort of connects back in a very natural way, and that's what I really appreciate about this show, I think. Daddy Wizard is dead, though. Like...
He was
Feels
that
sad.
scene when he's just like, "I'll hold them back," and he like Doctor Strange's. That was great.
I know. I love him,
lost my
and now
mind
he's
over that one.
gone.
And now he's dead.
Feels bad. So,
feels
predictions for next episode. We only have 2 episodes left.
Oh man, well
This
has
is episode
that
10, we
magic
have 11
charm.
and 12.
I
I
don't-
don't think it's an actual necklace hunter. I
I
think it's
know
his
if
chest
you
glowing.
go back to it,
I
it's like you
swear to
saw-
God. Okay.
you go
if
back
we
to,
want to
like,
go, if we want to
when
go
he's
back,
like on the
I'm not-
thing,
where?
he has a yeah. So just there when he's a scarecrow,
Hold on.
you see that he has like a glowing necklace on.
Okay. Well, we'll back up a little bit. They can't see this, so let's just open it.
Yeah, glowing necklace.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I see it. It just looks like his chest, though. Okay.
Yes. You have to squint. You have to be a careful viewer.
All right.
So not to like wave my, but I win.
Yikes. I'm like 0 for 2 because I had that whole thing about how Ida like left the exam
Oh, yeah,
and then
you were wrong about
and I
that,
was
too.
wrong and now I'm wrong about this. Like remember when I used to be right about stuff
Yeah.
and be like, no, Hunter, this was this. They were the same like
Some
What
say,
happened?
Some say you were never right about
the wig's
too many
on too
things.
tight. I don't
The
know what
wig's
to tell.
Without you lose, you're like Samson. Without your blue hair, you lose power.
I know, what the fuck is going on? But yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I really like this episode. I appreciate the exposition, natural exposition, burning witches, I guess, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all good.
It felt more oppressive, like the fear of magic users in
Yeah.
this episode than it did ever before.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
I feel oppressed.
Because
if
before
that's what you were saying.
people saw the magic and they were like, woo! But now people like look at magic and they're like, oh
Yeah.
god, magic. Get
And
rid
see,
of
her
it.
dad was preparing her for the worst, man,
Mhm.
and the worst happened. So kudos,
When
I
do you
guess.
think we're gonna see the return of that character?
of Milda,
Yeah.
probably next season.
Also,
if I had to
Milda
guess. If she's
is
not
a-
actually dead.
Also, Milda is a very magical word.
Is it?
Name like Matilda.
Mm,
That's the only other magical girl I have.
okay.
Our favorite Sailor Scout, Matilda.
Mm-hmm. Anyways. So,
Oh my god. Medusa, it's totally different, but it
Mhm.
also is quite good.
good job.
I'm
Hunter.
very excited. I did not think when this show started that I would be that into it. I'd be like, I may have gotten around to it had it not been for calendar videos. Now I'm really invested.
I know. Well, that's what I was saying. Some people were like, I
Like,
don't know if I
quality-
should watch Nomad, and I'm
quality-
like, what?
Quality-wise, this is like on par with Ruby for some of the best stuff that Rooster Teeth has.
Well, I think
put out
this,
there.
and sorry to be controversial, I think this is better than Ruby.
I
In
like
terms of
Ruby-
how it started out. Like, we
I
like
Ruby. Ruby more, but this one I think is just a tighter narrative.
Yeah, exactly.
And
And
expre-
so,
and has
like,
an
think
interesting
about,
world that
I
it
know this
expressed.
isn't fair, but think about Ruby's first season compared to Nomad's first season.
Oh yeah.
And the naturalness of the exposition and the animation, like,
Well, the thing is
you
that
know.
like the animation's better, but also like stuff like a coherent world and good world building. That stuff.
I
that
think-
doesn't get better with more money. That's just the talent that they had on stuff.
Yeah, and I think, here's the thing, is that they're learning from experience,
Yes.
right? And so, that's why I say it's not fair, because Ruby was their first, nobody's first book is
Ruby,
good, guys.
Weirdly enough,
Like, you know what I mean?
Ruby was like the thing they got good at. The only difference is that most of the time the things that people get good doing are not the things that get popular,
hmm
which is kind of odd.
Yeah.
I've even seen that like with reading the Hiroaka, like at the beginning and near the end, or near the newer chapters, I realized the guy's drawing has improved quite a bit.
hmm Well, that's what I'm saying, right? Like, your first book isn't gonna be your best. Your first, like, comic isn't gonna be your best. Like, your first anything is never gonna be your best. You know what I mean? And there are people on staff that do Ruby. They're, like, I think Miles is involved with this somehow.
Yes, he is. Because he's
But there's also different
executive
talent,
writing
right?
producer or
Yeah.
whatever.
Something, right? And so I think it's just a matter of learning
writing.
from experience, right? And I think that Ruby is, I don't want to say their test baby, but like,
No, I think
it's
a
the
lot
first
of,
thing
like,
outside
the
of Red
later-
versus Blue, I think,
the
to have
later
a,
episodes
you know.
of Red versus Blue as well.
Well, that's what I
Were
was
tests for
thinking
more
about.
Plot-heavy Rooster Teeth stuff.
Because, like, other than RVB and, like, how it gets later, like, Ruby's really its first, world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I would say that RVB doesn't have a world. You know what I mean? Like, not at the beginning, anyway. Like, as it gets later.
They made it up as they went along.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
You can really tell that happened.
But now it's sort of like, I don't know, they're just improving, and altogether, I really like this show. And, like, I'm hopeful for the other shows because of how this show is progressing, if that makes sense. Like, I'm hopeful for the next volume of Ruby and Genlock and all that stuff because this is really
because this is good, and I think if they follow through with having well built out
I think the problem is people aren't giving it a chance. Like, in my experience, a lot of people are hesitant to watch it, or it doesn't look interesting to them because it suffers from the same problem with Camp Camp. A couple people in my Discord server thought Camp Camp was a kid's show. Like for little kids, which is not
I was watching,
true. You know what I mean? Like, Camp Camp has adults.
I've been
humor,
watching a lot of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
With a friend, and you realize how that's like it is a kids show, but it's also just very engaging.
Yeah.
So
I think that this is sort of like
it's
that.
Similar.
But there's
it's
also blood and people getting burned at the stake, so I don't know what to tell you.
Avatar got fucked up too. I just watched.
This is a Disney family friendly, as I would like to say. Oh, Hunchback is fine. It's Disney. You know what I mean? Like, this is sort of like that in a way.
Hunchback got a little rapey at parts.
I know, and Bernie and which is at the stakey, so. Whoopsie daisy, big mistakey. Don't show that to your kids.
I'm really excited for the rest of this show.
Me too.
Like, the lore is building and building in the character and the character's history, and I'm really, really invested.
And Toph and Scout have really good chemistry, and they're gay. Scout's gay, so. What else could we ask for?
Learned that they learned their mistake from. I feel like Rooster Teeth is a lot better with lesbians than they are gay people.
What do you mean? What happened?
Because all the gay dudes have been played for jokes.
Oh, you mean in RVB?
Yeah, in RVB, like, Donut's real gay, and he's really paid for humor. Which, upon occasion, is really genuinely quite fun. But
well, don't worry. When Iron Daddy is our bisexual icon, then
I'm just looking forward to like, serious. Come on, be hardcore. Where's the trans characters?
For what?
I don't know.
It's the Nomad. He's non-binary. He's a scarecrow. He doesn't have genitalia.
He's
there
non-binary.
Sorry, they're non-binary.
I mean, you could be.
They're gender neutral.
Anyways.
That's what I'm telling you. There you go, Hunter. I'm serious.
No.
Am I not? Yeah, okay.
He's also adorable. Like, there's some really cute...
They...
Here's the thing. I know non-binary people who, like, go by he or she or something like that.
Anyways.
Point is, boy, and he makes boy sword, and that sword is the single...
B-O-I.
B-O-I. Is the single cutest goddamn boy he's created yet.
We need a boy ranking system when somebody makes the Nomad of Nowhere wiki.
We need a top 10 boys.
No, we could do the character ranking like we did with Ruby.
Yes,
for all of the things that he makes.
So after the season, oh my god,
you guys,
Rock Boys.
You guys gotta get on that on the wiki. You guys gotta collect them and put them on the wiki. I don't even know if the show has a wiki. Ruby does. That made it easier. But anyway, we've gotten a little off topic, but thanks Nomad for giving us our
daily dose of boys.
Yep.
Weekly dose of boys.
And we will see you guys next week. Bye guys. Hello everybody, it is Calxiyn here. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember that you guys should become $10 patrons over on Patreon, or any level of patrons, as $10 patrons get to request videos that we get to do. Our $5 patrons get early access to basically all of the content that we put out, among other rewards. And our $1 patrons get access to our Discord server. So if any of this interests you, you guys should check it out. Bye guys.